Hi, my name is Renee. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this. Yeah, you might be wondering why it is that I am doing this. So, what's in it for me? Well, what I found is that a lot of business owners are too busy actually running their business to concern themselves with, well, just understanding like what the internet can actually do for you and how it can bring in customers, and then also how to navigate Google's algorithms, right? And so it's just not their top priority. Fair enough. And sometimes the only hesitation that they have in hiring somebody is they're just not sure who the expert is. So, what I've found is if I offer you some free tips and tricks, things that you can do today to increase your online presence, some of the business owners have decided that they would actually like for me to do that for them. So, it just ends up being a win win situation. So let's not waste any more time. Let me get rid of my face. I would like to go over three things with you. I want to go over content, citations, and backlinks. All right. All right. First thing, content. All right. What I've found is Google is actually looking for about 1,000 words for content to really know that you are the authority and to really be able to find what you're wanting to be looking for. Okay. So I was looked at yours. You've got 720 words on your page. One of your other um, some of your other competition is sitting about the same actually, and so I think just increasing, putting an extra 500 words on your page would go a huge way in just ensuring that Google knows what you want to be found for, and that you are the authority in your area of service. I've got this little tool here that I can use called Ahrefs, and it just kind of shows me like the back side of the website and kind of gives me a bit of an idea of what Google is looking at and what they're counting. And on your website, you're only being counted for this phrase right here. How many steps are in an excavator? It's not recognizing your site as being buyer specific keywords, buyer intent keywords, if that makes sense. And so when I go to, here's kind of one of your other websites, one of your other competitors, looking at theirs. Here we've got excavation Melbourne. There's about 70 searches for that per month. Excavation services Melbourne, there's 30 searches for that per month. So that's like 100 searches that that you're not being found for on your website. Does that make sense? And so just, the first thing that you would need to do, I think, to ensure that you're beating your competition online is adding an extra 500 to 600 words to your web homepage, and then also making sure that you have buyer intent keywords so that Google knows from your website what it is that you're actually serving others for. Okay. The next thing that I wanted to show you was citations. Okay, so when I put in excavating Melbourne, Florida, what I find, first of all, we've got all the ads and things up here. Ads they can work, but they can also be a money pit if your foundation, like your website, isn't dialed in. So you just want to be careful not to burn your money with Google ads until you know for sure that your site will convert, right? Also, some people have ad bloggers. Some people just on principle will not click on ads. And so, yeah, just hit or miss. So, then the next thing we have here is the Google local area, right? These top three right here, we call them the map pack. Now, I know you've seen these and you've used these top positions, right? When you've searched for services. And so I'm going to show you how how you got there, and then also how you can stay there. All right. So you see like each of these businesses, you've got your name, address, and phone number, correct? So that's called your NAP, and those are submitted word for word into directories such as Yellow Book, White Book, Yelp, and so on. And each time that it's listed, that's considered one citation. So as you get listed, it sends a signal to Google that your business should be offered as providing those services. And you want to be in this map pack here because these three top businesses that live here roughly get 50% of all the clicks when people are searching for the services. So obviously, I'm sure you've enjoyed it being here in the top three, right? So increasing your local citations, that would be the number one thing that you can do today to ensure that you stay there right in that top map pack. Okay, those citations, that's how Google verifies your business as a local business, and that gives you relevance. And then when you have more citations, that actually that shows Google, that actually gives more trust, right, to Google that you are going to provide the services for their customers. So all right, then the next thing is this section right down here. This is we call the organic search. And the way to get on the top here has to do with authority, okay? The way to get that authority is through link juice or through backlinks. And that third pillar will really help you dominate on Google. So if I come back over here to this here, I can look at you. I see we've got 6 backlinks right here. And it looks like your backlinks are mostly, looks like an internal link. That must be maybe a directory. And then from your marketing person. So yeah, you could really use some backlinks, would really, really help that. So a backlink, what that is it's like site A links to site B, and that's like site A giving site B some of its link juice and like some of its authority. It's like the popular kid pointing to the other kid, and that kind of makes everybody go, ooh, take notice, right? So for an example, say a local blog or an industry site is linking back to you, that's fantastic. That's great, right? That gives you authority. But if a Pizza Hut is linking to you, or an ice cream shop, that's not so great because you don't sell pepperoni or ice cream, right? So that actually ends up taking away some of your authority. So you really do want to make sure that you've got some good backlinks that give you a lot of authority in your chosen areas of service that you provide. Okay, if I can look at your competitor here, the guy we looked at before, looking at his backlinks, he's got 27 backlinks. I see some of his are spam. That's not going to do really well for him either. And so that would be one of the things that you could do just to ensure that that Google sees you as the authority in your area of service, is to get you quality backlinks that are relative to your service. And then Google is going to crawl all over you and will bring you right to the top of our tool. And yeah, and then you will be the one that will be found, and your customers will be looking to you for the services that you provide. So I hope that was helpful and insightful for you. So content, increase those words on your site. Citations, make sure you have plenty and get more. And then backlinks, quality relative backlinks, so that Google knows that you are the authority. Okay. If you have any questions, by all means, please give me a call, 907-242-2492. Again, my name's Renee, and I'll put my details in the email as well, so you can reach out to me if you have any questions. Okay. Love your feedback if you get a chance, and we'll talk to you later. Thank you so much. Bye.